I want to be rich.
I want to be successful.
I want to meet the love of my life.
I want to be happy.
How do some people attract everything they want? And is it really just luck?
Luck? I think not.
I'm Kalina.
And I'm Selene,
Welcome to the Secret of the Cosmos,
where we explore astrology,
tarot,
feng shui,
manifesting,
universal laws,
and all the woo-woo.
the woo-woo
Yes, the woo.
that might just be the blueprint of abundance.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of The Secret of the Cosmos. I'm Kalina.
I'm Selene.
And welcome to our second episode, which we're focusing in Chinese New Year traditions, the do's and the don'ts. So Celine and I, you can see Celine. I have my Chinese New Year things in here.
Like the lanterns
I'm
look
gonna-
so cute.
I'm gonna be hanging them eventually in our house before Chinese New Year kicks in. Usually, people wear red. And I think I mentioned this to you the other day. You should wear more blues. So I will explain that later.
Yeah,
but
I remember.
yeah, more blues, more water. But the introduction for this is that we're going to tell you the do's and the don'ts and what people usually do, like kind of like a ritual guide. And I mentioned this to Celine because I feel we're both victims of the Year of the Snake. I'm just gonna say. And if you're watching this, I feel like you're watching this because you want to be lucky, and you're also potentially a victim of the Year of the Snake. And to us, it came as a late realization that snakes shed. I think, have you seen those TikToks wherein I think it only started popping up November last year? November last year, they were saying that, like the Year of the Snakes starting. No, it was not. It starts February, so it was a couple months away.
Yeah.
But initially, we thought snakes are like, Year of the Snake. That's cool. But then they said like, oh no, you're going to shed a lot of things because snakes shed their skin. So potentially you're watching this, maybe you lost a friend, lost your job, lost a lot of things in your life, stripped a part of yourself. And by the way, this is the good news. We're entering a year number 1, but at least now we're starting a fresh start. And today we're going to be talking about the year of the fire horse. Fire horse, yeah. So what do you know? I think I've been talking to you about a lot of feng shui. And by the way, Celine is the kind of friend that if I do something in my house or if I'm trying something new, I send it your way. Of course, I don't expect you to do it, but
Yeah.
it's just like the woo-woo stuff that we do.
Yeah.
But do you do anything for Chinese New Year?
Other than my friends giving me tikoy, particularly, no, we don't really do anything for Chinese
So-
New Year.
Tikoys, for those of you watching who don't know what tikoys are, if you're watching the vlog, I'm gonna put a picture here of a tikoy. It's kind of like it has like a mochi consistency, but tikoys are hard when it's uncooked. And we usually in the Philippines we buy it from Engbitin, but not all the time. Where do you get yours? The tikoy.
I think most of it is from Engbitin. It's a trusted
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, it's a trusted brand back home. Shameless plug. We're not even sponsored.
Please sponsor
we buy
us.
tikoy. And the fact is, like, a lot of people gift you tikoy when there's like New Year. So it could be end of December or during Chinese New Year, because tikoys, when you cook it, is really sticky. And the idea is that luck will stick with you if you have it at the start of the year, I think, or if you eat something like it. So as just a way to introduce you why we're talking about the Chinese New Year traditions, as we've mentioned, we're going to talk about everything, like, secrets of the cosmos wise. Because I think, Celine, of all the things we're going to talk about, this is the thing that's backed up by generations of history, I think.
Mm.
No, because if you think about it, everything else is woo woo.
Woo
When I
woo.
say woo woo, like everything else is like woo woo. Law of attraction and the other things, like there's no science behind it. There's some that they try to connect to science, but feng shui has always been a part of Chinese, I think, tradition and Asian tradition. So it's just realistically like just big. But 2026, a year of the fire horse, it's supposed to be bold, magnetic, adventurous, and fire dominating. So it's important to balance water. Like you should have something blue or black, or something earthy. For example, blue for water, because water is the only thing that can control fire. That's why I'm wearing blue today with tons of evil eye. Can you see?
Yeah. So
I
lots of
actually wore
eyes.
this with I actually wore this when I went somewhere with Celine. So I was just like, you
I
remember this?
remember.
And by the way, I still think this is a lucky shirt for me. Because like during that time that I went with Celine, it was we were watching fireworks, and that was so long ago. We watched fireworks together, and during that time everything was so seamless. Like I got to places even though I didn't have reservations and stuff like that, and everything was just like, like we were expecting to be stuck in traffic.
Mm.
I think I remember that. And then I wasn't. It was so I think this is a lucky shirt for me. And then yellows and brown or beige for something with earth for harmony. And the best way to explain that is like, for example, like there's a bonfire. Earth can hold fire, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you? I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
But what do you think favors this year? I think what do you think the Chinese like fire horse favors this year?
I believe it favors taking calculated risks and
Mm-hmm.
more growths, and of course my favorite, manifesting abundance.
Yes.
Yes. But I believe that impulsive choices can backfire if you try to ignore the balance of it all. So yeah.
That I agree. So that's why I last New Year I was also wearing blue. And that's not the usual choice, because usually people think that you have to wear something red, which is the lucky
Yeah.
choice. But can I just say, I am a fire sign. I'm a
Mm.
Sagittarius. You
Oh
are a
yeah.
water sign. You have
I'm
tons
water.
of
I'm
water.
a fish.
But I'm a fire sign. And as you mentioned, it's like more of like it could backfire if you're being impulsive. It could backfire. And to me, and by the way, a lot of like I've seen videos online of like feng shui experts. They say that, oh, you should have put a fountain in the middle of your house, like a water thing, like put vases with plants or like flowers around your house during Chinese
Mm.
New Year, just because water is the only thing that could control fire. I'm not sure if I have it. If I can find it, I can paste it here on my video or on our podcast. But there's a chart in there actually that said they were showing the elements of the year with like directions and stuff. There was no water for this year. There's like
No
three
water.
metals, no water at all, zero water. So it's all fire, fire, fire. I think there was three metals and then two earths, and I think that was it, and maybe some air. But in my head, like imagine the fire's just gonna be all over. It's kind of like a wildfire in a forest, and there's no way to stop it. So for people who are gonna be lucky this year, it's gonna be great. That's for sure. But
Mm.
there's a lot of calculated risk that you won't have control over, and the only way to have control and for it to be peaceful is if you incorporate water into your life. So for this episode, we're going to talk about what to do and what to avoid, and even some of the stuff, the fun things that other cultural people do during New Year's and Chinese New Year, just so we can manifest love, money. Money is the most important bit.
Yes.
Stability and happiness. So
Love and
we're gonna go through a
stability.
list. We're gonna go through a list, and then maybe what do you call this? I think Celine knows as well some of the don'ts, and then we'll try to explain why. I think because I think Celine did told me before, like, teach me what are the do's and the don'ts during Chinese New Year. So if
Yeah.
at any point you have questions for me, please let me know.
Yeah, of course.
So this year, water is very weak, and I think I just mentioned that. And as I mentioned, you should put like a water or a bowl to invite, or if you guys have aquariums at home, like fishes, you have to have that. And we have to put like, so I think this year, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy flowers and I'm gonna put them in a vase and then put them all over the house. But I just to let you know, the southeast of your house is your money making part of your house. Did you know that?
Whoa.
So
What should I
southeast. So
do?
where the sun rises, I think. So I don't know. You don't see it, but here I'm pointing. This is the southeast of my house. I have my manifesting bowl. We're gonna talk about that. I can teach you that, but there's so many videos out there how to make your prosperity bowl. And then next is that you have to put metal objects like gold, silver, bronze to help stabilize fire energy. But I did see a TikTok from a feng shui expert that do not wear gold, which I kind of do wear gold, which I kind of need to remove this because they said that there's so much
Yeah.
fire, it's gonna melt gold, and gold symbolizes your abundance, and we don't want our abundance to melt away. So basically,
No.
yeah, but I think it's totally fine as well because, like, for example, I think when you're here in the well, I'm in the UK, they do like fire pits, like for bonfires, and a metal thing. That's where they put it. That's why it can symbolize as it helps stabilize fire, or it can hold fire. So that's why it's good to have something metal in your house. But they could suggest having coins and things like that. So at least it's kind of like complementing. Because that's the way how feng shui works, that the elements need to be working together really well. And then another is avoid excessive red candles or fire heavy decorations, because fire is already dominant this year. That's why I mentioned to you blues, is that imagine how I usually explain to people is that I know feng shui is like woo woo, but there's nothing wrong following feng shui because it's just like decorations. Although I have to admit, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. No, because I mentioned to Celine as well that whenever it's Chinese New Year or New Year's Eve, I'm always tired because one, you have to make sure that your house is clean. We're gonna mention that earlier as well. What you should do, like, house is clean. It's kind of like you have. It's like having a guest at home. Imagine the whoever. Let's just say, I don't know, the fire horse, the magical creature that the fire horse is coming to your house, and they want to be welcomed in a really good, like they want to see that you've done. It's like Santa Claus. Have you been naughty or nice? Right? It's kind of like that. Like, have you been naughty or nice? And then that's how I always envision it. Like, maybe Santa Claus is coming to your house. In this case, it's the fire horse coming to your house, checking in.
But
Have you
instead of gifts, you get ang pao and kikoy.
Yeah, ang powers are like, oh wait, I have here. Hold that thought. But this is for last year. So I think if you don't know what they are, they're like red envelopes like this. So they're red envelopes.
My favorite.
And I think you can share with them what you usually receive when you were a kid.
Money.
Money, yeah. But the concept is you give money to to young children and to people who are not married yet. I think that's the
Yeah.
tradition. So I loved being a kid on Chinese New Year because they just give it.
Yeah.
Because there's a belief that if you give the red envelopes, no matter what you give out, it comes back to you many, like in 10 folds or 100 folds, if that makes sense. So which is great, you know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I'm in European side of the world. I don't think anyone's gonna give me ampao this year. And I'm already married.
To be fair, I don't get them anymore too because I'm old.
But it's so happy as like you know, it's a happy experience as a kid because you receive money. But yeah.
True.
And then the next, again, red decorations, do not overdo it, just because you know it's already, there's fire already everywhere, if that makes sense. So at least make sure to balance it out. And then as Celine has mentioned earlier, there's gonna be a lot of like impulsive choices this year. So the fire horse, if you're into tarot, you know the fire what's that? The Knight of Swords. Do you remember the picture of the Knight of Swords on tarot?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. He rushes. And by the way, I do tarot reading, so I'm just relating to this. Like he rushes without thinking, and it's very impulsive. Like think and no act. All like just no thinking and all action. So that's kind of similar to what the energy of this year would be. So that's why you have to wear blue. So at least you're not taking too much risks. And this year,
No
you're the
risks.
theme. Yeah, but the thing is, we have to be smart as well. We have to think things through before we you know go into the next adventure.
Think before you act, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're watching, before you do something reckless, think first, please. Just a reminder, because emotions are going to be on a high this year. Maybe it's safe to say that people are going to be very impulsive and a little bit crazy, but that's just the theme of the year. And then you have to focus this year on your ambitions, but with calculated actions, especially when you're traveling, social networking, learning new skills. Just make sure it's calculated. And then what else? Like, should I just tell them what to do, like the prosperity jars and things like that?
Yeah. And
Like,
more ang
do,
paos.
do you do you do prosperity jars at home, or did your parents do anything, or your grandparents do anything similar when you were at home?
um Prosperity jars. We didn't really do prosperity jars when I was a kid. My grandparents didn't practice them at all. But when I grew up, when I have when when I had my stepmother at our home, she actually started doing the prosperity jars. And I also experienced prosperity jars from my fiance side of the family. So, yeah. So,
Oh,
they were really introduced to me when I was already, old. But
you're
not
not
really, it
old.
wasn't really.
Don't say you're
I'm
old,
old.
because I'm gonna be old.
I guess I experienced it more than when I was in my adulthood and not in my youth, I guess.
Yeah. No, but if anything, I think for normal households, if it's not a prosperity jar, it's just more of like there's a glass of sugar, not a bowl, but like maybe a small cup of sugar, salt, rice. I'm looking at my corner here. There's cotton balls, there's
Yeah.
water. And then sometimes they put oranges in the middle. Some people do
It's
eggs.
complete.
Yeah, so it just signifies multiple things like rice for abundance, salt for cleansing, cotton balls for a comfortable life, It's just really symbolic. Sweet for sweetness in your life. Some people do honey, so it's both sticky, so luck sticks to you, and it's your life is sweet. And then it's just like really crazy. But actually, this year I saw videos of like people putting eggs, like 12 eggs.
Yeah.
And I tried to do it, but some people said that they didn't like it because eggs kind of symbolize like what they call is like zero and like slow growth. Because like for eggs to grow, you really have to wait for it to hatch. So money could be really slow your way. So don't quote me on that. I just saw it on videos online. So I didn't do it because I don't. Everything's so slow. But this year is gonna be far worse. So who knows?
Everything's gonna be fast, I think.
I hope. Fingers crossed. May the luck that comes to us be super
I just want
fast.
fast luck that stays.
Yes, stay stability. So let's be careful with calculated actions. Just a reminder. And then what else? You have to keep it I think visible for a couple of days. And by the way, I think you can always reuse what you put in your altar or thing. Because like for me, I keep it there for a whole year. But this year I incorporated rolls of money. And for people who know in the UK,
jars.
yeah, so I wrapped it with blue ribbons. But the funny thing is, they're not small money. We were gifted money during Christmas, and they're too expensive not to use. So I'm only using it for Chinese New Year, and then after that we're gonna spend it because it's money. Like I think I remember I told you like, oh, we have to keep money in this, and they're like, I don't even have coins. I think we were talking about that like last year before New Year's. Because like, no, because someone said online as well that I think this is like a Filipino feng shui expert, that you should put cash on your bed on the day of the Chinese New Year, like I think that's the 17th, and even the day before. Put money on top of your bed, spread it out. When you sleep, put it on the side, but when you leave the bed, put it back again. So the whole day, you're not going to be thinking of money because you have money, if that makes sense. So that's the symbolism of that. And I did that. I did that, but at the same time, 3 days after, we had to spend the money. It's like, it's money. What do you mean? We don't have, spare money to have them lay around. It's if you're from the Western world, the smallest bill that we have here is £5. And in peso, that's like, how much is that? 350 pesos? 350 each. And then the next one is like tens, but we were gifted like 20s. So I'm like, I'm not rich enough to just keep it as decoration. That's an expensive decoration, but feng shui wise, you can always use it the following day. Or what they say is that, I have a tip as well. This one's an inexpensive one. They said put in the ampao, put a sum of 168. Like it could be 100,
like the 100.
Yeah, because 168 is actually a lucky number, abundance wise. So if you put 168, it could be 1 peso 68, 1 pound 68, 168 pesos, 168 pounds. And what you do is that you keep that in your pocket or like on the thing near the prosperity bowl. And then after Chinese New Year, like a day or two after, deposit it in your bank account and never spend it. So my bank account has a weird decimal of 0.68. Imagine I had to go and deposit money and I'm like smiling like, sorry about the 0.68. I just needed to reflect in my bank account. 0.68 is not a lot, but it's just like really funny. And then so there's another one part of the do's, engage in leaping rituals, jump off a chair at midnight.
It
Oh,
sounds scary.
no, no, it's done in. So, by the way, we have notes in here. So, there's like the do's, and obviously that's not Chinese, but apparently in Denmark, Colombia, and Netherlands, they leap from their chairs at midnight because it's leaping into new opportunities.
At midnight.
I think I might do that. So apparently, Celine, in Denmark, Colombia, and Netherlands, people leap or jump off a chair at midnight to leap to new opportunities.
Oh, okay.
I'm
That
gonna do
sounds
that. I'm gonna do that this year.
sounds so scary to me.
No,
Because
just
it's so
jump
high.
just like from a chair, like just jump from a chair, probably.
But what about our poor knees?
Oh, true. I also have knee problems. Our age, our age is showing. Guys, we're not old. Trust me, we're not old, but we're in a stage where it feels like we're old.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then also the don'ts for like this coming year is that do not overexert physically. Don't tire yourself during New Year, and emotionally, because apparently those are the themes. Whatever you do on the start of the year, you will experience that for the rest of the year. So if you're really tired and overexerted emotionally and physically, you're going to be like that the whole entire year. So that just that, and then the other one
Just
is
bed rot, you know.
Don't bed rot. You're gonna bed rot the whole year.
I just want to lie in my bed. So, don't overexert yourself.
We do.
Lay in my bed.
We do. I love bed rotting too, just because, I have a very physical job now. Before I used to work from home, but now I am on site and it's like a full day work. So when I get the time, bed rotting sounds really great to me. I'm just going to say. Like, I take my snacks and by the bed, and then I bed rot, scroll, and snack.
Hurts my back, but yeah.
But I love bed rotting. Just saying.
Yeah.
I know it sounds wrong, but it's not. Trust me. Okay, so I think you guys just saw cleaning and home prep. As I've mentioned to Celine so many times, I'm always so tired during Chinese New Year. Because, as I mentioned earlier, it kind of feels like to me, like as if I have a guest coming. Like I have to clean. Do you guys clean your house like during like New Year's, or did anyone do that in your family?
Again, in my family, no. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure about my fiance's side though, because his mother is a big believer of
Feng shui.
Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Feng shui.
So
And but we did some cleaning this last week.
no, but that's good. So basically, for you guys who are watching in the Philippines, although we're not Chinese, but there's a lot of like, because it's a mix of match of culture, and there's a lot of like Chinese influence, because there's a lot of like Filipino Chinese communities. I know a lot of people who are Philippine Chinese, so it's just embedded in our community. And people, like, even my building before, we celebrated Chinese New Year. There's always stuff like that, and I think I've mentioned this to you before. Like, I have some friends who actually hire feng shui experts, like, just before Chinese New Year. And then they would go to each house, because every year, so it really depends. It could be a business. The year, like, for example, this year, the Chinese fire horse, what they do is that they check the sign, the animal sign of the person who owns the house and the people living in it. And then they check if the directions are fine, or office-wise, if like it's going to be a lucky year for like people. So it's like really intense, like preparation. Like, so we're going to go through that, like the stories and stuff. But one of the do's for Chinese New Year's is like you guys have to clean your house thoroughly before New Year's Eve, because it's a way of like cleansing. It's a way of cleansing. It's a way of making sure that it's like you're welcoming luck into your house. But Celine, it's bad luck to sweep on the day itself. Like it's bad
Good
luck.
thing we already did their cleaning.
But the thing is that it's bad luck because, like, obviously you're trying to invite fortune, but once you sweep, it's like you're sweeping away the fortune. And then another one is like repairing broken things. You should repair all the broken stuff in your house. So I know, like, I as I mentioned, this friend of mine, like, they hire a feng shui expert. They really hire like contractors to fix stuff in their house, like to fix what's broken and things like that. I know this is not on my list, but they also make sure that all of their debts are paid. Like, make sure if they owe anyone money, they have to pay them back before Chinese New Year, because that's gonna be carried onto the next year, and that's not lucky. And then again, we mentioned like red and gold. Like, people still decorate with red and gold. I'm not saying like red is bad for this year. Put some red, because red's still lucky. It's like the general like lucky color. But you have to incorporate blue this year, because like water controls fire. And I think you as well, Celine, like, we don't want any form of like, we're done. We're done. We're done with all the crazy stuff of like the year. It's our year to bounce back. I'm just gonna say that. So we need to balance out. I don't need another wildfire in my life, if that makes sense. And roller coaster of emotions. I think Celine has already witnessed so many wildfires in my life. in multiple aspects. But anyway, do you guys display fruits
For Chinese New Year?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
again,
in your home, no, but in your parents' house or something like that.
in my home, no. In my parents' house, I'm not sure. Probably, but probably in my fiance's house, they probably do.
But I feel like they would, because like the rule is you always have to have fruit. So even if people don't follow, like, for example, like New Year's Day, even if they don't follow the other traditions, they everyone would require to have fruits. And I don't blame you for not having fruits. Like, fruits in the Philippines, when it's like Chinese New Year, is like times 5, times 2, times 3, times 5 the price. It's so expensive.
I remembered something.
What?
We do it in New Year, not in Chinese New Year.
Yeah. Because it's part of the buffet.
Yeah. And it brings luck. So they say.
Yeah. So it's part of the buffet. Like, if you already know, like, what I realized is that here in the Western world, it's more drinking than food. And in the Philippines, it's more food than drinking. And in our house as well, it's like a buffet. Like, my in-laws are always asking me, like, so what do you guys serve when it's like Christmas or New Year? And then we show them a picture and they're like, oh my God. There's like we have probably like 5 or 6 mains. We have lechon. We have what else? Like, we have 5 mains, probably 4 desserts. And I don't know. We probably mixed the starters in there, but it's just crazy. It's just like a whole thing. And then, we display lucky plants or lucky fruits. Most people invest on like having money trees, orange trees,
Gold coins.
Yes. And we even hang the coins on the trees, and gold coins.
Chocolate coins.
Yes. Oh, I have chocolate coins somewhere in here. You don't see it, but it's like somewhere
We don't
there.
really have gold coins. It's just chocolate coins.
Yes. Yes, I agree. So, because obviously gold coins they're really rare to come by.
Yeah.
But not unless you guys have like a big gold coin in your currency, you can use that. But also, as an alternative, we use chocolate gold coins because they're sweet.
Yeah.
One, it's
And
sweet on the
delicious.
inside and very golden on the outside. And then another one is ampao. Like, make sure it's either the
My
ampao
favorite.
or just make sure that you have money in your pocket. Because when you have money in your pocket for that specific day, you have money in your pocket the whole entire year. Don't
It's
put
usually coins.
coins, like make sure it's like, making sounds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then
And then you jump around.
I know, and also we shower the house with coins. Do you do that? Have you experienced that?
Every New Year.
Yeah, like if you have kids at home, they usually throw the kids the coins.
Not
On
the
the-
kids, the
Yeah,
coins.
and not the kids, the coins. And then the kids start to like, it's so chaotic, like coins, money, But
I used to pick the coins up too.
I know, as a kid, I thought I was rich. Because they would throw like 5 pesos, 10 pesos.
Yeah.
Now it's like 20 pesos. And
Sometimes there's candy.
I know, but it went with candy. True. It's like it's sweetness. You're throwing, like, you're spreading money. But if the guys
Yeah.
don't have kids in the house, what people usually do is like they have a bowl of coins and then they throw it on every corner. In our house, we don't pick it up for the entire day because obviously it's like we're letting the money stay in our house. That's like a symbolic thing. And then I added this on the list, but obviously part of the cleaning, I cleanse my house. Like another woo-woo thing. People sage their house. I don't sage my house. It's Palo Santo. I use Palo Santo. Do you want me to show you what a Palo Santo is?
Yeah, sure.
I have one
Show
nearby.
them.
I have
I'm
one near
so-
me.
I'm so asthmatic. I can't. I'm so asthmatic. I can't do
So-
this. I can't cleanse the house.
Actually, it smells really good. It's just wood. I got this from Amazon. It's from Peru, it says. And then there's they're cut.
fancy.
They smell so good. So I kind of understand why perfumeries use like, wood. So it's just a stick. It's just like a wooden stick. And then you light up the end and then put the fire out. And then it will create like a huge smoke. And then you walk around your house. But obviously you don't just like walk around your house and just like let the smoke in. And, you have to affirm things. Because like, please cleanse our house and welcome abundance. Because I feel from what I remember, when you use sage is not good. If you feel like your house is haunted, please don't use sage. Because sage
Why?
is,
Why?
no, because sage is in Filipino terms, like you might be makanti or
Invite.
something. No, so sage, it removes even the positive energy in your house. It neutralizes the space, and also if your house is haunted and it's not the good kind of haunted, like bad haunted, you will anger whatever's in there. And they might get back on you. I just heard that, by the way. I've never had that experience, but I've heard from people, and also they said it's like a very it's based on the culture, and obviously I'm not part of whatever culture that is, so it's not appropriate and respectful to use sage. So I used to before, but I wasn't educated well enough back then. But I use Palo Santo because apparently it cleanses the space and welcomes luck and abundance and good things your way. So good things. So when you light it up and go around your house, like, thank you, I'm clearing everything with like anything negative, emotionally, physically, anything that's not for my highest good. And then to welcome in prosperity, abundance, and everything that's for me, just like good stuff. So we do that. And then the don't for cleaning and home prep, You shouldn't sweep after midnight because you might sweep your bad luck away. There's so many things. I'm just gonna say, and also like leaving dead plants. It's not lucky. Leaving clutter. So imagine just cleaning your house and you're panicking if you're like a crammer. I'm like, oh my god, I have to clean the house, otherwise I'm gonna be on like not so lucky next year. That's also not good because like you're gonna be attracting like what if you didn't clean your house? You're just gonna think you're not gonna be lucky, and it's all about intention. So you have to just do what you can and like hope that yes, I cleaned up, money's coming. It's all about mindset. And then decorate with black and white. So apparently in Chinese tradition, black and white is associated to mourning and or funerals. So that's not good as well. Ooh, one more thing. You shouldn't do your laundry during New Year's. Because I heard
laundry now.
I heard stories from people that they didn't know, and then days after a relative died or something like that.
Oh no.
I know it's like superstition. I've never had, oh my God, knock on wood. I have a coaster. That's wood. Look at me knocking on wood.
Ah.
Knocking on wood. All things woo in this show. So I've heard stories on TikTok that never ever do your laundry because like it's either your what does it mean? I think let me find. Why can't you do laundry on New Year's Eve? So apparently you can't do it's because you're washing away good luck or washing a loved one away, meaning they might die.
Oh.
Crazy.
That's scary.
I know. So I know it's a myth, and I'm gonna read it to you. Washing away loved ones, a popular myth suggesting washing clothes on New Year's Day can lead to a death of a family member in the coming year, or washing away good luck. And from January 1st, wash out the good fortune for the next 12 months, or it's going to be a heavy year. And the interpretation is that when you wash your clothes on New Year's Day, you will spend the rest of the year stuck doing never-ending laundry. Not unless you own a laundromat. And that's your business. Why not? That's fine. But to avoid, and they said to avoid bad luck, make sure all of the laundry is done, dried, and put away by 11:59 p.m. on New Year's Eve rather than on New Year's Day. You know how crazy this is? Oh, and you can't shower as well. Did you know that?
Yeah, I can't do that.
I know. You
I have to
can't
take my
shower or wash yourself during New Year's Day because it's also believed, same with the clothes, that you're washing away your fortune, your luck, and prosperity accumulated for the year. And I'm just going to say, I'm not saying that it became real, but my husband, he takes showers twice a day. And let's be honest, at New Year's Eve, people tend to drink, and then we eat a lot. We're active because we're preparing for New Year's Eve, like setting off fireworks. You smell of smoke and stuff. And he showered. He forgot. And he showered. And I was just like, I told him so many times as well that don't cut your nails. Like, don't cut your hair. There's a lot of things that you can't do. Don't cut your hair. Don't cut your nails. Don't shower. And things like that. Don't sweep the floor because you're sweeping away luck. And I was just like, and he showered. And I said to him, I think this year when New Year hit for like New Year's Eve, not Chinese New Year because it's not yet time, but I feel like he's going to do the same thing. Don't shower. He really didn't shower because we had a horrible year last year. We had a horrible year last year. And I said to him, like, don't shower. Don't risk it. And then he didn't.
Do it.
He didn't. He got a haircut the day before the New Year's Eve. We couldn't shower the whole entire day. And I said to him, please, you've seen what we've gone through last year. It's not like we're going to lose anything if you don't shower for a whole day. So he didn't shower. So I'm going to remind him the same thing. Although my worry is it's a Tuesday and he has work.
Oh.
And he has a very physical work. So I don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to shower or not. So I'm like going to tell him, like, please save us, save yourself. Don't shower. But the good thing is that he can't shower. I have to double check that. When is it 16 to 17? I think it's the 17th. When is Chinese New Year's Eve? So I think, Eve is 16th. So you can't do all of these things 17th. But you, starting from midnight up until the whole day of the 17th, you can't do these things. My gosh, you know how tedious like preparations for Chinese New Year's are. But I'm just gonna say, if you can, and if you're, I don't know, if you believe in these things, you won't lose anything just by following them. I think. I know there's superstitions. People call it dumb and weird. Like, what? Why? Why are you not gonna shower? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like all the belief. And I'm gonna explain later why I kind of somehow believe in feng shui, and I have a perfect example for that. Okay, but next. International twist. So I also want to share stuff. We also want to share stuff that people all over the world do, not just Chinese traditions. So Selene, did you know that Italians and Brazilians throw lentils or coins on them? Like they shower themselves to invite financial abundance, and you can sprinkle a few coins in the prosperity bowl or in your wallet. So I actually did the lentil thing last year.
What happened?
I'm just gonna. A lot of them got stuck in my scalp. I even had to shake some off from my husband's head because it was everywhere. And then I said to him, like, "Oh, we can't sweep it. We can't sweep our floors on New Year's Day." So our house is all carpeted. We have fluffy carpets all over our house. The only area that's not carpeted is our kitchen. So we did it in our kitchen.
Smart.
And for a whole entire day, well, actually a couple of days, there were lentils on our floor. And we cannot use our slippers or whatever we're using from kitchen to our living room. So at a certain point, we had to have an inside outside slipper kind of system. I have a slipper for the kitchen. I have a slipper for the normal house. Right? And the funniest part is that my partner at one point, you know, when he kneeled just to rub off all of the lentils from his socks. And I was like, I'm so sorry. You're being affected from all of these woo-woos that I've been doing. It's just funny. But I mean, I'm so grateful, by the way. I'm so grateful that he's the kind of person who would put up with all of my weird stuff. And then in the Philippines, obviously in our country, we eat 12 fruits. Have you done that? Have you ever done that?
No.
Really? Even on New Year's Eve?
It's the fruits are mostly for display. You'd eat like one fruit, two fruit.
So I feel like Chinese New Year tradition wise, it really gets passed on to the younger generation. Because in our house, ever since I was a kid, we always eat 12 grapes when the clock strikes midnight. Like in my aunt's house, we have cups prepared. So let's say we're all family members, let's say there's like 15 of us in there. We have paper cups, and each paper cups has 12 each. So when the clock strikes 12, we have to eat it all at once. Like, Happy New Year! like, you know, we're doing, Happy New Year! Like, what? You're just eating like, it's like a race. But apparently, I think South Americans also do it, but they do it under the table.
Why?
They eat grapes under the table to attract the love of their life.
So
to find a boyfriend.
So for those looking
And
for a partner,
surprisingly,
do it.
yes. I've seen TikToks. If I see one, I'm gonna put it somewhere here. But I've seen TikToks of people doing a before and after of them being under the table, and then now they're spending time with their partner.
Ooh.
Like and also the lentils thing that I've mentioned to you. A lot of them showed themselves doing it. And then afterwards, a year after, they said, I'm going to do it again this year. And then they did like a montage of that they have a new house, they have a new car. Can I just say? And I was like, sold. We're having lentils.
Apparently
I'm
it
going to
works.
shower myself. But the lentils, you have to catch or gather some of them from the floor and like put it in a little pouch and put it in your bag. I actually did that. I kept I just randomly have lentils inside my bag. But it's in a tiny pouch. It's like this small. Like I didn't gather everything. It's just like that, whatever I could save. But it's just so funny. Like, the woo-woo shit in here that you see, like you would hear in this show, it sounds woo-woo, yes. But same with science. When you ask people, like, did it work for you? And if someone says, yes, it did work for me, how would you feel, right? Like, oh, it worked for them. It might work for me. So same like for everyone watching this show, it could be that, And then, what else? So let's now go towards the personal behaviors and attires. What should you wear? So I'm not sure, Selene, are you going to do these things if we go through this list? Will you try?
Well, I think I might wear something blue, maybe.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just like the easiest thing to do. Find something blue. You don't really need to. Well, a lot of people try to buy something new, but honestly, for me, like you don't need to. Like, because it's of course it symbolizes like new abundance, but the thing is like you just have to abide with the rules. I've never heard someone like prioritizing buying new clothes. I think that's just like a little bit of a scam. But well, a lot of people say that you can never go wrong with wearing red or bright colors. And this year, it could be blue or black or something earthy tones. So wear something blue or I wouldn't suggest black because as they've mentioned, it's kind of like a funeral. But you can wear something brown for earth signs and stuff like that to balance the fire. And then give red envelopes. And you know how supportive my husband is. Night before the New Year struck, he did bought like ampoules like these, but this one has snakes in it, as you can see. There's like snakes in here. He bought one with horses, and horses have blue stuff in them. Like I can show. Wait, I'm doing show and tell.
I'm actually thinking if I have any blue clothes in my closet. Oh, there's the horse.
Yeah, you can see the horse.
Does navy blue count?
And his yeah. Actually, the darker the blue, the better.
I have one navy blue shirt.
Like navy blue is fine. It's perfect because they said that that's the perfect shade of blue to wear. Last New Year, I wore navy blue as well. And I'm like, that's cool. I wear navy blue every day, so why not?
I only have one navy blue shirt.
That's fine. That's enough. And then also you're a water sign, so that's great. And then, engage in positive actions and intentions for the year. Like create a vision board or focus on your manifestation. So kind of like, the grape eating earlier, every time you eat a grape, you have to think of your wish for every month or like things you want to invite. So while you're eating the grape, you have to think. It's kind of like making a wish. So during the whole day, you have to think or make a wish of what you want your whole year to look like. There's nothing wrong. That's actually a good thing to think about, you know? Because like I saw this clip. If you're gonna overthink the best thing that could happen. Because there's nothing would happen from thinking about the worst case. Just think about the best thing that could
Yeah.
happen. And then, yeah, they say again, don't shower, don't cut your
Don't
nails,
do laundry.
don't do laundry, and then engage. And then don'ts. The don'ts is do not argue or quarrel, use negative words that can carry energy and set the tone for the year. Because whatever you do or say, or if you fight with someone, you're gonna have a lot of like chaotic situations in your life the whole entire year. And who would want that?
I mean,
And then
arguing sucks in general, so just don't do it unless
true.
it's something you have to, clear things with.
True. Or hold it off. Don't do it on Chinese New Year. Reschedule.
Schedule the argument.
If you- I can't believe I'm saying that. Reschedule your argument, please. No, but truth be told, like choose the time. Choose the time for it. If you need to confront someone, if it's actually really serious, like just don't do it on Chinese New Year. Maybe lawsuits or stuff like that. So people who are doing in law, I don't know, work and that stuff like that, maybe go have a day off on the 17th. And then do not borrow or lend money on the first day. So that's the energy. And then again, we're mentioning about international twists of what people do during Chinese New Year or New Year's Eve in Scotland or here in the UK. So the first foot to enter the door in your home bring symbolic gifts like bread, coal, whiskey for wealth and health.
Ooh.
So, for example, and by the way, one thing I think I wrote it somewhere in here that for me, I've seen it so many times that on the first month or the first day of the year, you should blow cinnamon inside your house, like from your front door, like blow it going to your house, cinnamon, the powder. And
Smells
then,
amazing.
but before you do that, I know, but before you do that, you have to sprinkle some salt outward. Like open your door, sprinkle salt, like goodbye, negativity, and things like that. And then after that, after you cleanse, blow some cinnamon in. And I'm just gonna say it. It sounds woo-woo, but I actually do these things. Like I cleanse the house with Palo Santo. I sprinkle salt every start of the month, every month, to release, stuff. It's like new month, new abundance. And then I sprinkle cinnamon. One, it smells amazing. And then two, if it works, it works. And I feel it kind of works. It does. And then fireworks, obviously, that's the pretty obvious bit, which I'm now kind of realizing that I don't have fireworks yet, so I might need to buy some. You need fireworks because, like, apparently, the louder the better, the bigger
It's a
the
very
bang, the
New Year
more you
thing to do.
scare negative.
Very
Huh?
New Year.
Yeah. Hold on. Give it a second. As you can see, the vibe has changed. My light has turned off.
Oh.
But I'm just gonna turn it on a little bit. The thing is, I feel like there's a lot of technical difficulties happening lately.
And my side too.
I never thought I'm going to do a podcast and people are just seeing me crawl under my table. No, but we were mentioning, and by the way, before we started recording this, there's been a lot of like technical difficulties. And if you guys don't know, actually, it's currently the shadow period for the retrograde. And when is the retrograde coming? Mercury retrograde 2026. Retrograde is actually coming. It starts on February 26th until March 20th. And no one's excited for that. So just know emotions gonna be are on a high. Do not. I think it's gonna be a chaotic season, Celine. It's gonna be a chaotic season for a lot of people.
I feel like too.
I I'm just gonna say, maybe quote me on this. Imagine it's the start of the fire horse. Again, very erratic, very charging, not thinking, just, ablaze. And then there's retrograde period after the start of the year. And there's a lot of things going wrong. So I'm curious, but also not so excited because there's a lot of crazy things happening in this world right now. And when I say crazy, internationally crazy, which I'm not gonna mention what it is because TikTok might put me in their algorithm. But internationally, especially in the US, as you can see, there's so many things happening. And I think you've heard some news. Some files were released. Things are happening. People are talking about it. People are disappointed. But interestingly, I'm just going to segue a little bit of astrology. So I forgot what placement it was. They said that all of the secrets are being revealed at this time. And I agree. Because I told, just some stories. But a lot of the files online are being released. But I'm just saying, it's going to be February 17th until March 20th. It's going to be a crazy period. Yeah. And I hope that we're not part of that because I'm going to wear blue.
I don't want to be part of that mess.
Because I'm going to wear blue.
I don't want to be part of that mess too.
I know. So I if I can wear this shirt for a whole month, I would. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay, next we're gonna go to our favorite part and Celine's favorite part. Food for luck and prosperity. Yes. We love food. And did you know that and money. Did you know that if you eat certain foods during New Year's Eve, may it be New Year's Eve or Chinese New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, you can actually attract luck and abundance. And mind you, I actually do these things. And it's kind of like my favorite part because it's my menu. And we're going to go through the list. And I want you to tell me if you actually eat these things or believe, because you already mentioned tikoy earlier, which is like rice cake. And that's a thing. And also people gift us that during Chinese New Year. So it's like really fun. So number one on the list is fish. Yes, so fish signifies abundance. And you have to leave some uneaten to ensure surplus. But also people said that it must be a whole fish. It's like the fish has to be whole for it to be lucky. Not a part of a fish, just a whole fish. So that's lucky. Although, one note is that spiritually, I know it's a Chinese tradition, but spiritually, Celine, I kind of believe. So I'm not sure what religion that is, but they say that, when they say you are what you eat and you absorb the energy of what you eat. So I know fish is lucky, but I've heard somewhere that if you eat fish, you know how fish, when they're alive, they're always on survival mode. Mm-hmm. And they always think there's a bigger fish to eat them. Yeah. So they're always fearful of their surroundings. They're always going to be eaten it's like a normal situation. So sometimes I think, is it really lucky to eat fish knowing that you're going to be in survival mode the whole year? You know what I mean? So
oh, man.
That's the thing that I don't serve on Chinese New Year. But if you guys believe that it's lucky... No, but the thing is, they said Chinese people, like tradition, they said it's lucky. Mm-hmm. But just for me, I don't consider it as lucky just because... another religion did say you are what you eat, but fish, because I'm going to explain to you later as well. Like, for example, a part of our list somewhere, I'm not sure if it's here, shrimp. So a lot of people say that, oh, eat shrimp for abundance, but some people also say that don't eat shrimp because they swim backwards. They swim. So like you don't want to swim backwards, you want to swim forward. So shrimp is also a big no-no. So it's kind of like there's a lot of like things that you see online, like, oh, it's lucky, and then, oh, it's not lucky. But to me, I don't want to risk it. I'm just going to avoid it overall. So never mind. So another one, lucky food is dumplings.
Ooh, I love
So
dumplings.
we love dumplings. We love dumplings. Selene and I went to Chinatown. Did and just for craving, we just go there.
It's true.
We went all around Chinatown just to eat dumplings and Chinese food. We love food. But apparently the idea is that the dumplings is like, it's a bag, it's like a money bag, and the abundance is on the inside, so it's lucky. And then rice cake, apparently it's supposed to be for higher achievements, but a lot of people eat it because it's sticky, and because it's sticky, abundance
Does
will stick to you.
kakanin count? Like sapin-sapin.
Yes. Yeah. So kakanin and sapin are like Filipino desserts, I think, and they're all made of sticky rice. And that's also a thing in the Philippines when it's New Year's. They also have that in the buffet. I love
Does
that.
champurrado
Oh,
count?
sapin so good. So that's a big question because they said, I think it's fine, but remember they said that you cannot eat plain rice or porridge during start of the year because it's a poor man's food.
Aw.
They call it a poor man's food, kind of like congee. But the question is, it's chocolate, so I'm not
Isn't
sure.
chocolate
I'm not sure because
kind of expensive?
true, but it's not porridge. But it is. So I don't know. Is it considered as porridge? Because here in the UK, porridge is oats. Like it's kind of like sweet, and not our version of porridge that it's like savory chicken porridge or pork porridge. Like it's different. So I have no idea. I don't know.
Champurrado is
But
made
I love
from
champurrado.
sticky rice instead of rice.
Yes.
So I
So
wish it counts.
It's sticky rice. I know. I have the ingredients. I'm planning to do champurrado one of these days. So champurrado is like sticky rice, and you obviously boil it in water, and then once it's like sticky altogether, not intensely sticky but still runny and wet, if that makes sense, you add cacao. And obviously you don't need to put a lot of sugar in it because like after you've cooked it, you put sugar and milk on. It's so good. If you guys, I'll try my very best, but I can put a picture of champurrado somewhere in this, wherever I'm gonna edit. Wherever you see this, if you're listening through Spotify, I'm sorry, you just have to look it up. You have to look it up. And then we have long noodles. There's one here, Tang Yuan, but I don't really know what sweet rice balls are. Maybe it's like a mochi. I don't know. Oh, maybe buchi?
Buchi.
Is it buchi?
Could be buchi.
Because I, by the way, we're reading a list. It says sweet rice balls, Tang Yuan. I've never encountered that, but sometimes Chinese food have different names in other countries. Like, our shawmai. Like shawmai is like a dumpling. In here in the UK, they write it as siumai,
Yeah.
SIU,
Yeah.
or like other places spell it as SHOO, shumai. I'm like, huh? In our country, we spell it SIOMAI.
Shawmai.
So I'm just
I
like,
just had shawmai last
so I
week.
don't know. Oh, I did too. I made it with rice paper. I think I told you that. I made it with rice paper as well because I didn't have
Ours was from
the
Master
wrapper.
Shawmai. Please sponsor us.
Oh, please sponsor us. And then long noodles. So for long life and longevity
I
and
used to
health,
have this
which
every birthday when I was a kid for longevity. Longevity.
yes. Yeah, so it's not just like for New Year's, we have it on our birthdays as well. I think it doesn't matter if it's like spaghetti or like
Pancit
like the
canton.
pancit, what we call it, pancit canton, pancit bihon. As long as it's noodles, as long as it's
Malabon.
long, um, yes, like make sure that you eat something. That is so wrong. Just make sure you eat something long. Please don't quote me on that. Like,
Long and soft.
like, please, like we eat
It's
noodles.
for long health.
But
Long
you
life
know
and
what?
good health.
Just eat something long. We don't
Yes.
judge in this podcast. I didn't mean it to come out that way, but okay.
And
And then to create a prosperity bowl, I can show you mine, but it's not a bowl; it's on a
take a
plate.
picture.
But
Then just post it.
I can show pictures here of what people have done online because I think it's more proper. Mine's more makeshift, if that makes sense. So, because I'm so sorry. The funny thing is, obviously, I'm Asian. The thing is, they said you can use the stuff in your prosperity bowl after New Year's. So obviously, New Year wise, we used it, and then I made sinigang, which is like one of my favorite food, and I realized I was out of rice. And I harvested some of the rice from the prosperity bowl. I'm so sorry. Hello?
It's okay.
I
That's okay.
no, I harvested and I said to my husband like, "Oh no, I harvested some of the rice from the prosperity bowl."
It's okay. The
Yeah,
universe won't notice.
it's okay. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna edit it out later, but my camera's again showing it that it's hot, but it's fine. Let's just finish it until that. And then, as it turns out, again, food again. What's unlucky to eat is that you cannot eat plain rice or porridge alone because that's seen as a poor people's food. No, no judgment here if it's your favorite food. It's my favorite food as well. I make lugo all the
What
time.
about oatmeal?
Oh no, you can't have oatmeal. No. And then also anything bitter is considered unlucky because that symbolizes hardship. But again, going back on the prosperity bowl, they put rice, coins, but we've mentioned that earlier as well, fruits, herbs, gold coins, or you can roll up some money, put some red or blue bows, but I would suggest blue because obviously the fire horse. And then internationally, again, I've mentioned that people eat grapes or they go under the table and eat grapes. Turkey does pomegranate seeds, and I didn't know that it's fertility, abundance, and wealth. I think in the Philippines, pomegranates are not really a huge thing.
I've never had one.
I've had a juice version, but in here they have pomegranate, but it's annoying because it's very seedy. Like there's a lot of seeds.
Okay,
But
can you
you-
send me some? Can you send me
But the thing
so
is,
curious.
I like taking up the fruit, blending it, and filtering it so I get the juice. Because the seeds are so annoying. It's all seeds. It's like you're eating seeds. And then I just saw it here, Black Eyed Peas, not the group.
Not the
Bring
group.
financial prosperity. Okay. And then just a run through before we finish and wrap it up. Fun prosperity rituals, suggestions for you guys who are listening. Did you know that one, if you toss coins or lentils in a pot to invite financial luck, you shower yourself and put it in a pot and gather and put some of it in your wallet. That's that. Eat 12 fruits. Make a prosperity bowl. splash some water or cleanse your home to remove stagnation. Do the cinnamon and salt, like go outside of your house, blow some cinnamon in. But before you do that, spread some salt in front of your doorstep to, cleanse stuff. And then it said jump into the new year with a symbolic leap. Again, you're scared of jumping from a chair, but I might do that because,
Okay.
why not? And light some fireworks or make some noise, like play loud music, bang your pans and pots. Some people do their horns in their car.
Do some tarotot.
Yeah, we call it tarotot, like the tutors. We call it tutors here, but like in the Philippines, we call it torotot. I didn't know what to call it, and then I said to my husband before, "You guys don't sell torotot here." I sounded so conyo, and I was just like, "You don't sell torotot here? What the? Oh, tutors." I'm like, tutors.
Tutors. Okay.
And then again, quick cheat sheet: do clean, do decorate, do display plants or fruits, do eat symbolic foods, wear auspicious colors, give red envelopes, balance fire energy with water, and set your intentions. Do not sweep after midnight, argue, shower, cut your nails, cut your hair, but do cut your hair before, because I feel like that symbolizes like cutting away all of the stuff that didn't work out for you. And then leave broken items. Do not leave broken items. Do not overdo red or fire in your house, like the red stuff. And optional international stuff is like eat grapes, lentils, black-eyed peas, pomegranate seeds, jumping so you can grow taller and things like that, and prosperity bowls. So again, do you have anything that you'd like to what did you think that you would do before we end the show? Is there anything from our list that you're going to do to prepare?
I want to try eating fish in the new year.
Just fish? I thought you don't want to eat fish.
But I want to try.
Okay, we're going to have a whole fish. But I don't think I can buy a whole fish. All the fishes here are so expensive. So I'll probably, and by the way, guys, don't eat chicken. I forgot to put that on the list. Don't eat chicken for New Year's.
No chicken.
Because
no Jollibee fried chicken.
No, but chicken, before they get their food, they scratch and peck. But the thing is, the reason for that is that you have to work hard first before you get to eat or before you get your abundance. So we don't want that. We just want abundance to come to us so easily. Like, again, working hard is just a concept. So I'm just saying, you don't need to work hard for it. Like, let abundance come to you. If the easier, the better. But obviously, again, intentions, you have to do an inspired action to get the things that you want. But who knows, like sometimes the universe gives you people and things to attract all of the stuff. But yeah. Should we round it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of our Chinese New Year special. For our next few episodes, we're still discussing what we can do, but I think, obviously, you already know it's going to be focused on money and getting more money.
Money.
Do you have any wish list on what we can discuss next time?
How to get more luck in getting more money.
That's what our podcast is about. We're never gonna run out of topics because that's all we talk about. But if you guys want, we can. I've seen some stuff. There are some TikToks that they share the things that they've done and they've received luck. And I've seen in the comment section a lot of people saying like this actually works. So we can go and watch TikToks and then we can make a comment about like, should we try them or should you guys try them? I think that's a really interesting topic next time. Okay. All right. Again, my name is Kalina.
And I'm Selene.
And thank you for watching The Secret of the Kosmos.
Woo woos.
Woo woos. Yes, the woo woo. Bye.
Bye. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe. We've got more manifestation and alignment talks coming your way. See you in the next episode.